Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Manuel. Cornell police are investigating after a series of threats against the school's Jewish community. Our Sonia Ellison has the story.
After threatening statements made against Cornell University's Jewish population, students, faculty, and staff are strongly advised by the university to avoid the campus's 104 West building, which hosts the college's kosher dining hall.
There was this one guy on some social media that made like a horrible statement against like the Jewish population at Cornell.
We want to warn you, these statements are hateful and graphic. The threatening messages were posted on Cornell University's page on the site GreekRank, where anyone can make an account and post messages there. Disturbing messages like, quote, "The only good Israeli is a dead Israeli." Another message threatened if they saw another Jewish man on campus that they would, quote, "stab and slit their throat." Another threatened to, quote, "throw the next Jewish woman they saw, quote, off a cliff." University administration was made aware of the comments and reported it to the FBI as a potential hate crime. Police presence is here today on campus with the state police and university campus police standing by. Governor Hochul visited Cornell's Jewish Community Center to report that security is being ramped up on campus and threats are being investigated.
Because we want to let people know, if you're going to engage in these harmful actions, hate crimes, breaking our laws, you will be caught and you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Cornell's Coalition for Mutual Liberation took to Instagram denouncing the hate, saying, quote, "anti-Semitic comments have no place on our campus."
You know, some people I know, they feel less safe because of it. And I just hope that things turn out fine in the end for them, because it's kind of scary. Jewish students make up 22% of Cornell's student body.
I do have a couple of friends that either have been to Israel, are Jewish too, and that's been tough for them.
The violent comments have been removed from GreekRank, and for now, Cornell is coming together to denounce hate and protect Jewish students in the midst of a recent wave of anti-Semitism across the U.S. Sonia Ellison, Big Fox News, Ithaca.
Israeli forces are expanding their ground operation in northern Gaza. Overnight, they rescued an Israeli soldier held hostage. Greg Palcott has more.
Israeli forces once again operating inside the Gaza Strip on Monday. Troops and tanks are advancing on both sides of Gaza City in what Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu calls the second stage of war. Israeli defense officials say recent fighting killed several Hamas commanders and freed a female soldier held hostage.
We are continuing our efforts to free the hostages, and the operation even creates opportunities to obtain their release.
More than 230 hostages are being held in Gaza, including nearly a dozen Americans. Fox News learning that over the weekend, a top Israeli official visited Doha in coordination with the U.S. to discuss their release with Qatari negotiators. The Biden administration now says it's prepared to support a humanitarian pause in fighting to free these hostages.
We're doing the best we can to try to ascertain as much information as we can. We want to get them home to their families. I can tell you this is something we're working literally by the hour.
It all comes as a humanitarian disaster unfolds in Gaza, despite another 24 aid trucks entering the region. The UN now warning that airstrikes are hitting closer to hospitals where thousands of people are sheltered.
More than 2 million people with nowhere safe to go are being denied the essentials for life: food, water, shelter, and medical care.
Meanwhile, Israel's military says it struck a terrorist cell inside Lebanon that fired an anti-tank missile into Israel. At the Israel-Lebanon border, Greg Palcott, Fox News.
Elmira police made 5 arrests on Friday for a burglary in progress. Police report they were working on burglary reports and checking vacant buildings when they found open doors at the former Star-Gazette building on Baldwin Street. They say when they entered, they saw one person run from the building and several others running through the building. Officers discovered the suspects were in the process of cutting out copper pipes and a large gauge wire from the building. Police caught 5 people, including the one who left the building. The 5 suspects face felony charges of burglary and criminal mischief. The meteoric rise of artificial intelligence has Congress and the White House playing catch-up, and today President Biden aimed to do just that. Caroline Shively reports from Washington.
Promoters of artificial intelligence say it puts the world at your fingertips, already innovating everything from healthcare to hospitality.
I use my AI capabilities to provide insights and data-driven solutions.
While others, even Elon Musk, warn an unregulated AI could pose an existential threat to humanity. It sounds far-fetched, but it's something officials have been forced to acknowledge.
People think all of a sudden you're going to have a Terminator-type figure come in and take over government and displace human beings. That's just not the reality.
On Monday, the White House rolled out the first-ever executive order on the emerging technology, trying to strike a balance between developing safety standards and innovation while blocking bad actors.
It's already happening. AI devices are being used to deceive people. Deepfakes use AI-generated audio and video to smear reputations, spread fake news, and commit fraud.
The order also requires that before developers can release a new model, they have to share with the government their internal safety assessments. It's an extra step some American competitors like China may not face.
They're doing artificial intelligence, they're doing space, they're doing cyber. They've developed hypersonic missiles. We've barely gotten started.
The executive order also requires a report on the effects to the labor market and how to support workers who could lose their jobs to AI. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Fans of the late actor Matthew Perry paid tribute by placing flowers in front of the Friends apartment building in New York City Sunday. The building was used for exterior shots and has become a favorite place for locals and tourists to snap photos. Perry is best known for playing the character Chandler Bing on the hit TV series. On Saturday, he was found dead in a jacuzzi at his home in Pacific Palisades, California. He was 54 years old. Police have opened an investigation into Perry's death, but say they do not suspect foul play. On the eve of Halloween, many trick-or-treaters are gearing up for Halloween candy grabs in the area tomorrow. Communities offering trick-or-treating tomorrow include Elmira, Elmira Heights, Horseheads, Southport, the town of Carlin, and they're all going from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Pine City Firehouse hosts trick-or-treating tomorrow from 5 to 8. Market Street in Corning has trick-or-treating from 4 to 6 p.m. Bath has a trunk-or-treat tomorrow night from 4 to 5:30. That's at 6823 Industrial Park Road. Painted Post, Canisteo, Bath, Hornell, Watkins Glen, Montour Falls, and Addison are all trick-or-treating tomorrow from 6 to 8. Also tomorrow from 6 to 8, Trippsburg hosts its Haunted Firehouse event with trick-or-treating in the parking lot afterwards. We'll have your week's forecast coming up next. Plus, the program turning rescue dogs into service dogs for veterans.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Good evening. Last week we were keeping a very close eye on the big change up that was ahead, but we were able to keep that warming trend to even bring us into those 80s on Friday, and then we lost that heating into the weekend where we held to a high 49 degrees yesterday, and today did stay gloomy, chilly with those rain showers. Now, we're noting that those rain showers are gradually moving out and a high pressure system is filling in. But what we're going to note is that with how cool this air mass is and with the winds over some of those warm waters, what we're going to see across much of New York is going to be talking about some of these lake-enhanced showers. So again, some clearing here in place, which is going to allow for definitely several times to see some chilly sunshine through at least Thursday. But what's going to be paired up with it is going to be some hit or miss precipitation, especially lake-enhanced, as we'll watch a few short waves that will even be associated with some moisture. And with that passage, as well as timing of that passage, could allow anywhere from some rain showers to maybe even some light dusting of some snow showers. And then by the weekend, we will work into some seasonal conditions, as we'll talk mostly dry conditions, as what we'll note is that our next system moving in could arrive by Sunday, bringing some rain showers to that weekend outlook. But for the near future, we are definitely keeping an eye on our Tuesdays. It's our last day of Halloween, which is our last day of October, which is Halloween. And now you can see a few of those showers to snow showers that have already started off of our Great Lakes regions there, allowing for some lake-enhanced chance of rain to snow showers, especially snow showers into those higher elevations. Now, generally what we're seeing for the Elmira Corning area is that majority of the day stays bright. By the end of the day, you do start to see increasing cloud cover and some better moisture on the board there. Now, when will that arrival be? Will snow showers carry us far towards Elmira Corning? It's definitely possible. Even looking at the potential accumulation when it comes down to snow showers, we see there is that dusting on the board, but most of the numbers stay up through the Finger Lakes area and into higher elevations. So it's not expected to be widespread impactful, but it is noting that the atmosphere is cold enough, and that is going to set up for some concerns when it comes down to our Halloween forecast. But as mentioned, what it is looking like is, for the most part, our area is far enough away from those lake regions, and that shortwave looks to hold off enough that majority of our daytime is going to be bright and dry. That sunshine is going to keep temperatures on a slight upward climb. We're going to get to about 48 degrees, still keeping us slightly cooler than normal, but there are light winds locally, so that's some good news. Even as we look at our Halloween planner, what we see is mostly dry conditions, but that cloud cover increasing could be associated with a hit or miss rain or snow shower, so being prepared is key, and noting that there is a bit of a chill in the air even with the southwesterly wind, so make sure to wear those layers. We'll have some wintry mix that will continue from those lake enhanced showers through Wednesday, and then we'll talk about brighter conditions.